Hello and welcome back to the Markie channel, hope you're all doing well. Today's video, surprise surprise, is going to be another topics video. Didn't see that coming, did you? Hey, where we start off with the smaller topics and we work up to the bigger topics. Okay, I've really never done this before. But before we do get in the video, I do just want to say, if you are new here, please subscribe, would be a big hand. Also, the Offbeat channel as well, our group channel, a new channel that we started a few weeks ago, is also linked in the description. We're currently trying to make like a really big video for that channel that's coming out within the next week. So if you want to subscribe there, that is there. Right, enough of the waffling, let's get into the topics, shall we? Now on this channel, we usually kind of stick with the more negative topics, and today I thought we could spice it up a little bit, just for one topic. We will get to the negative topics later in the video, but I thought, you know what, one topic won't hurt, okay? A bit of positivity, hey? It's very rare on this channel, but it's actually from Mr. Beast. I mean, who else was it going to be? And it says, today was Beast Philanthropy's biggest food drive ever. Over 300 volunteers, 10,000 families fed, and around $500,000 worth of food given away. We've officially given away over $1 million to people in need, all 100% for free. All funded by Beast Philanthropy's YouTube channel. I use 100% of the ad revenue, brand deals, and merch revenue to fund the charity. If we grow the channel big enough, we'll be able to feed millions of people every single month. Now, I mean, to be fair, I was going to say Mr. Beast the only person doing this. He probably is the only person with the money to do it to this extent either way, but regardless, okay, I don't know how much money he has either way, but I've heard him say in interviews that he literally spends like the majority of his money either on YouTube or helping people, and he's even said in interviews before that I've seen that he won't even be the richest person in the room out of the people that he's talking to at the podcast, like personally, because he just puts it all the way back into business or helping people or whatnot. And I mean, he needs props, isn't it? He definitely needs props, and I get people do give him his props, but it's actually ridiculous. What's that? So over 1 million meals to people in need, all 100% for free. You can say he's rich and that he should do that or whatever, but either way, that is absolutely mental. So well done, Mr. Beast. He's a much, much, much better person than I am. I mean, that's not even a debate at this point, is it? But either way, we're going to probably move on to the more negative topics now. So, Mr. Beast, well done. Jake Paul, we're not really going to say well done to you for this one, I don't think. But it is Jake Paul, and it's a TMZ interview. And in said TMZ interview, Jake Paul is talking about Zayn Malik. Now, if you remember a few days ago, the stuff came out about Zayn and Gigi Hadid. They broke up. Apparently, Zayn had been a bit aggressive towards her mother or something along them lines. It's all allegations. I don't know 100% what happened, but Jake Paul obviously took it upon himself to kind of get involved and put a few tweets out there. Well, it turns out he actually got paparazzi'd by TMZ at his press conference for his fight, and he went on to also talk about Zayn Malik, and it turns out he doesn't really feel any remorse.
And I called it since day one.
Right.
You brother, like the guy's a complete asshole, and of course now he punches Gigi's mom.
Allegedly.
Punch her.
Drop that allegedly in, paparazzi. God, Jake Paul, I realize you also have a lot of money, but I would probably argue that Zayn probably has more. You don't want to get in a lawsuit, okay? Be a bit careful about it.
He's lucky I didn't beat his ass when we were here in Vegas last time.
Right. If you don't know what he's on about there, where he's saying, like, I seen it firsthand, there was a video that went out about a year ago with Zayn and Jake Paul, or what, maybe it's probably longer than a year ago at this point, and it was in a hotel room, and you could just hear Zayn, like, shouting, like, through the door at Jake Paul or whatnot, and they were arguing, and they just had a bit of a spat, okay? And Jake Paul's obviously took it upon himself to kind of get involved a little bit later on and kind of, I was going to say, kick the guy while he's down, but if he did actually do the things that he apparently did, then is it even that? I don't know, but yeah, let me know your thoughts about Jake Paul. I mean, first of all, regardless of the Zayn thing, let me know your thoughts on this fit. I've seen better glasses, it has to be said. I mean, he looks like the fucking, what's it called, RoboCop, if anyone's seen that movie. Like, I don't know if I'm rating it, but yeah, probably back onto topic. Let me know your thoughts on Jake Paul. I mean, I realize there's not going to be exactly many mixed opinions on Jake Paul. I feel like the majority of people, especially watch my videos, won't like Jake Paul. But yeah, let me know your thoughts either way. Do you think he's just getting involved for absolutely no reason? Do you think he has any right to kind of get involved? Let me know anything, okay? And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next topic, we'll actually be talking about the Ace family. And I genuinely can't believe I'm saying this, okay? Because this shouldn't be happening. I mean, not that it shouldn't be happening at this point. I'm just very confused how it's still happening. The Ace family have another lawsuit. More specifically, Catherine Mcbroom, okay? As you can see here, we got a screenshot of the lawsuit here. It's a bit linked to a lawsuit we kind of spoke about before, but we never knew exactly how much the lawsuit was actually going for. Now, bear in mind, at this point, there's already plenty of lawsuits. I think it's over $100 million the Ace family getting sued overall. Right now, it seems like, okay? Obviously, if the lawsuits go through. This one in particular, adding to that number, is $719,000. Yeah. Quite a bit of money, realistically, isn't it? Like, I genuinely, like, I don't know, am I starting to feel sorry for them? I don't know, because they aren't exactly the greatest people, especially like Austin McBroom. I think we've already seen that. That's pretty evident at this point. But Jesus Christ, this is a lot of money. I kind of feel sorry for the kids, to be honest. Not that like the Ace family are going to go broke, because they have obviously a lot of money, but I do feel sorry for them, because I realise the family is probably very stressed out right now, and that can't exactly be great for the kids. But yeah, another lawsuit, $719,000. And this is for Catherine McBroom as well, okay? This was the company that she used to work with. And this is getting ridiculous. I don't understand how they can get involved in so many. Like, how much shady stuff do they do behind the scenes? Or is it a case of people saw one lawsuit go by and these companies were like, oh, you know what? I could also sue them. I don't really know how it works. Yet again, not a lawyer. But yeah, it's actually getting a bit mental at this point. The Ace family are probably up maybe about $120 million in lawsuits from what I've seen personally, and I don't exactly know how stressful that would be, but I can only imagine. I mean, let me know your thoughts. Are you starting to feel sorry for them? Do you feel sorry for the kids? Do you feel like the Ace family, or specifically, obviously, Austin McBroom and Catherine McBroom, do you think they deserve this? Do you think it is deserved after everything that they've done recently? I mean, let me know your thoughts. It is getting a bit ridiculous at this point, but again, not surprised. How can I be? How can I be surprised at this point? But moving on to the next topic, okay? All right, this is an interesting one. So we're going to talk about Trisha Paytas. And if you remember, Trisha Paytas, she kind of got a bit of backlash recently because the backrest on the chair was made out of rabbit, okay? And through this backlash, Trisha combated it in, quite frankly, the greatest way I've ever seen anyone combat anything, and just said she's vegan now, alright? She just changed her diet and said, fuck it, right, you can't cancel me, because I'm vegan. I like the animals, okay? So forget about the chair, I love animals, alright? And this was like Trisha's way of kind of like getting on people's good side, and I kind of spoke about this in a couple of videos ago and said, I don't really like the way that Trisha seems to kind of just act on things in certain ways that she thinks that is just like the thing to do at this moment in time that will get the most views. For example, when she pretended that she actually had DID because Dissociative DID was on the Anthony Padilla channel, and that video did really well, and then Trisha even admitted later on that she faked having DID or faked having alters for a video, or multiple videos in fact, which is absolutely mental to me, right? Now, is Trisha pretending to be vegan? Obviously, I don't know. Like, Trisha could easily become vegan if she wanted to, just changing your diet, right? But there's a few little things that are making people think otherwise, okay? And here's one example right here. So this is Trisha's fridge, alright? And I never thought on this channel we would be inspecting Trisha's fridge. I realize we make a lot of videos on Trisha, but I never thought we'd get to this point. But here we are right now. And it says, vegan fridge. Now the problem is here, if I actually drag the picture up a little bit, you can see there's, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's some eggs. Alright, right in the bottom left-hand corner, there's some eggs, which obviously aren't vegan. Like, I'm not here to fucking just inspect a picture of a fridge and say if Trisha actually is vegan or not. But there's also a few different ingredients in there that aren't exactly vegan, like there's butter and whatnot. And people are saying, is Trisha just, like, trying to trigger people at this point? Not because, like, people would be triggered in the fact that Trisha pretended to be vegan any other time, but this was obviously to combat the fact that Trisha kind of got cancelled for something the other day. But is Trisha just doing this just to take the piss? Because people would obviously notice that there's eggs in the bottom left, there's butter at the top, there's other items in the fridge that aren't exactly vegan. Is Trisha just taking the piss? Now, would it be like Trisha to pretend to do something just to piss people off and get a bit of outrage? Obviously not. Trisha would never do such a thing. But these are the things we just have to think about, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, even if we look at the channels of Trisha Paytas, she's milking, no pun intended, she is milking the vegan thing right now, okay? And, I mean, look at this. We got this video saying, I fell off my diet. This was the day after Trisha uploaded the video talking about going vegan. We've got this video shopping for vegan food at Trader Joe's. And then we even have the other channel as well. It's Trisha's main channel, what I eat in a day as a vegan. And before I got a meal, a little mukbang thing before Trisha turned vegan, okay? I promise, we'll put it in brackets, it was definitely before Trisha turned vegan, alright? Trisha is milking this quite a lot at this point. The whole channel is becoming a bit of a vegan channel at this point. But yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts. Do you even think that this is actually something Trisha's doing? Do you think Trisha just munching on a bit of chicken in her spare time off camera? Or do you think, like, Trisha does feel bad for the rabbits and decided to go vegan? I mean, let me know your thoughts, but yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like, in my opinion, Trisha is taking the piss a little bit, and I would almost assume, and I don't want to say this 100% because I might be wrong, but I would almost assume that Trisha isn't exactly vegan off camera right now, and this is just an on-camera thing, and she's going to carry on trying to trigger people, but I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts, okay? But yeah, either way, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the video. It was a bit of a slower one today. There wasn't too many bigger topics to talk about, and also I do just want to end the video by talking about my last video as well. So in my last video, I spoke about Trisha and Ethan, and I gave my opinions on the fact that when Ethan is constantly shotting digs at Trisha, I was like, you know what, like, it's kind of getting to a point now where maybe it's a little bit petty, and Ethan is just kind of shotting digs even though they're both trying to move on, and this is only going to make the situation worse. A lot of people disagreed with me, let me tell you that, and when I say a lot of people, I mean like 99% of the comments, which is absolutely completely fine, and it's actually the way I want this channel to be, okay, because I want the comment section of this channel to almost be like a thread of opinions on the topics we talk about, okay? I just think it's very interesting to look and read through, and if you disagree, like, disagree as much as you want and write your comments. Like I said, I think it's very, very interesting to hear different, like, points of views on certain topics, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of address that, because some people, like, there's a bit of an argument brewing in certain comments, like, the replies were arguing with each other, and I don't want it to be that. I want it to be, like, more of a discussion where people can disagree with each other, so I just wanted to say that. Alright, so we can all be, like, friendly in the comments, which the majority of people are, obviously, anyways. But yeah, either way, if you did enjoy the video, please do like on it. And also, if you are new, please subscribe. Also, the Offbeat channel is linked in the description. Like I said, I've been working on the video. I was editing that video pretty much all day yesterday, and I had a very lack of sleep doing it, okay? But hopefully the video will be good when it comes out in a few days. And, yeah, I guess until tomorrow on this channel, I'll see you guys in a bit. Right, goodbye. I'm a T-star, boy, and that's forever till I die. Up and coming MCU, will see it in my eyes. Every time I drop the mic, I swear I got hypnotized.